Today we are starting with our new topic, that is balanced chemical equation. Okay. Now earlier I made you understand the definition of balanced chemical equation. What do you mean balanced chemical equation? The number of atoms in the reactant as well as in the product should be equal. The number of atoms in the reactant as well as in the product should be equal. So when reactants and product, the number of reactant and product becomes equal, you will call that equation as balanced chemical equation. If both are not equal, you will call it as unbalanced chemical equation. What you will call it as? Unbalanced chemical equation. Clear? Now, for balanced chemical equation, there are certain things that you have to remember. First, I have written, this is just consider as a general formula. Okay. Here I have written 2AB. Now what does that mean? If suppose there are some atoms present inside the bracket and outside the bracket a specific number is given. So this number is for the elements or atoms present inside the bracket. So whatever elements or atoms are present inside the bracket, the number indicates the number of elements or the number of atom. Like now I have 2AB, it means how many A is present? 2. How many B? 2. Okay. So if any number is given outside the bracket, that number is for all the elements present inside the bracket. First point is clear. Now come to the second point, AB2. Here the number is given beside B. So this number indicates the number of atoms in B. Okay. So here A is 1. A is 1 and B is 2. Okay. If suppose it is written like this, A to B. So now how many A? 2A, and how many B? B is equal to 1. So if any number is written below, towards your right side, that number is only for the element beside which it is written. Clear? Second point. Now come to third point. Suppose it is given like 2AB the whole bracket 3. So as you know, bracket and a number is written, it means that number is for all the elements present inside the bracket. Now how we are going to write this? A is equal to 2 3s are 6. So this will multiply. Number of B is equal to 2 multiplied by 3 is equal to 6. Okay everyone. Suppose you have a equation like this, 2A B 2. Suppose you have a equation like this. Now tell me how many A is present? A is 2. Okay. And how many B? See beside B, what is the number given? 2. So 2 multiplied by 2, B is 4. So these are some of the basic points that you have to remember while writing a balanced chemical equation. Okay. Now what are the steps we have to follow? First one, you have to write the symbols of the molecules of the elements present in the reactant as well as in the product. You have to write all the symbols. Now how to write? I will show it with the help of an example. So just keep in mind, first step what you will do, you will write all the symbols. Second, you will write the number of same atoms together. Now what do you mean by same atoms together? That also you will learn with the help of example. For time being, you have to remember, you have to write the number of same atoms together. And at last, you have to balance it. Once you get number of atoms in reactant is equal to number of atoms in product, your equation is balanced. Okay. So first what you will write? You will write the symbol. Second, you will write the number of same atoms together, and third, you are going to balance it. Now let us solve it with the help of an example. What is the example given? Sodium hydroxide is reacting with sulfuric acid, and the product is sodium sulfate and water. So to write the molecular formula, obviously you have to learn the molecular formula first. Okay, so see that you know all the symbols and the molecular formula, you have to learn it. While writing a balanced chemical equation, always use a pencil, because you have to erase the numbers, you have to add new numbers. Okay, so there are lots of trial and error methods here. So in order to avoid the confusion, use pencil, and at the end when you will get the balanced equation, you can use pen to write. Clear? Now sodium hydroxide, molecular formula of sodium hydroxide is NaOH plus sulfuric acid H2SO4. Okay, it will give sodium sulfate Na2SO4 plus water H2O. So while writing, you might have noticed I left the space here towards my left side. Why? Because you have to adjust all the numbers towards the left side of the molecular formula. Okay, so while writing an equation, always leave this space so that you can write the numbers. Now, so first step, what was the first step? You have to write the symbols in LHS and RHS. Now how to write the symbols? Pay attention. First I will start with sodium. Okay, you can start with any element, but this, if I am going in sequence, this will be easier for me. So first I am starting with sodium. Symbol of sodium is Na. Symbol of sodium is Na, so I have written Na there. Then afterwards oxygen. Okay, after oxygen hydrogen, so I will write H. Then next is H2. So already I have written H from sodium hydroxide, so I will not repeat it. I'll write H as it is. So H is common for both the molecular formula. Okay, next one is S, so I will write S over here, and the last one is O. O is already written, so I will not repeat. So these are the symbols in LHS, that is in reactant. The same thing I will follow in the product, Na, O, H and S. Okay. Now what was the second step? You have to write the number of same atoms together. Now how to write the number of atom? How many sodium you can find in this reaction? I can find 1. So sodium is 1. Oxygen. How many oxygen you will find? Here in sodium hydroxide 1 oxygen, sulfuric acid 4 oxygen. So what I have said, the number of same atoms together. So you will write this oxygen together. So 1 plus 4, how many oxygen? 5 oxygen. Okay. Come to hydrogen. How many hydrogen? 1 plus 2, 3 hydrogen. Come to sulfur. How many sulfur? 1 sulfur. Okay. Now the same thing you will do it in product. Sodium. How many sodium I can find here? 2. Sulfur. How many sulfur? 1. So where is sulfur? Here. So I will write 1. Oxygen. 4, 1, 5. Oxygen is 5. Hydrogen 2. Okay. Now here LHS is not equal to RHS. See, sodium is 1, sodium is 2. First itself LHS is not equal to RHS. So what I am going to do? I have to make it equal. Now how I will make it equal? Pay attention. Here sodium is 2 and here sodium is 1. So I will increase sodium here in the reactant. So wherever you get a bigger number and a smaller number, what you will do, you will convert the smaller number into bigger number, whether it is in reactant or it is in product. Clear? You will convert smaller number into bigger number. So very smaller number here in the reactant. So 1 multiplied by 2, I will get 2 Na. Okay. So where is Na present? Na is present here. So I cannot write Na2 here. Why? Because Na2OH, it's not a molecule. So what I have to do? I have to write 2NaOH. What I have to write? 2NaOH. So when writing 2NaOH, immediately what I found, that the number of oxygen and hydrogen change. So you should write that immediately. Okay. At that spot itself you should make the correction. If you will keep it towards the end, it may create a confusion. Okay. So write at that particular spot itself. So I will make the correction here now. Just I'll draw a line. So sodium is 2, oxygen. How many oxygen? Here 2 oxygen. This comes in multiplication. Okay. How many oxygen? 2 oxygen. How many oxygen? 4. So 2 plus 4. Now I have 6 oxygen. Hydrogen, here 2 plus 2. Hydrogen is 4. No change in sulfur. So this is my new number. Come to the product. Sodium and sodium balanced. For time being I will just tick mark it and keep. Come to the next element, oxygen. Oxygen is 6 here, oxygen is 5 here, so oxygen is not balanced. So what I will do, I will increase the number of oxygen in the product. So in the product again you have to see bigger number and smaller number. To change a smaller number is easy. So I will go for H2O. Okay, I have to increase 1 oxygen. So I will get 6 oxygen here. So I will write 2H2O. See here number of oxygen O4. So 4 oxygen here, 2 oxygen. So 4 plus 2, 6. So I'll write the new number here. Sodium is 2. If you are using pencil, there is no need to draw such lines. You can directly rub and you can rewrite. Okay. Oxygen is 6. Oxygen and oxygen is balanced now. Check for hydrogen. How many hydrogen is present? 2 multiplied by 2. Hydrogen is 4. No change in sulfur. Sulfur is 1. Check with the number 2 and 2, 6 and 6, 4 and 4, 1 and 1. Now your equation is balanced. Okay. So let me take one more example. Equation. Now I am not writing the word equation. I have directly written the molecular formula. Calcium chloride reacting with sulfuric acid, what you will get? Calcium sulfate and hydrogen chloride. Okay. Now here I have to balance. So what is my first step? I'll write all the symbols in LHS and RHS. So first one is Ca. So again you will notice I have left the space here. Okay. Ca is the first element. Second one is Cl. Third hydrogen. Fourth sulfur. And fifth one is oxygen. Okay. Same thing I will write in the product also. CaClHSO. Clear? Now numbers. How many calcium you can find in the reactant? 1 calcium. I'll write 1. Chlorine 2. Hydrogen 2. Sulfur 1. Oxygen 4. Count in the product. How many calcium you can find? 1. Sulfur 1. Oxygen 4. Hydrogen 1. Chlorine 1. Now find what is balanced and what is not balanced. Ca balanced. Chlorine is not balanced. Hydrogen not balanced. Sulfur is balanced. Oxygen is balanced. So what I have to do? I have to balance hydrogen and chlorine. Here I have 2 hydrogen, 2 chlorine, and here I have 1 hydrogen, 1 chlorine. So what I will do? I will make the smaller number into bigger number. So 1 multiplied by 2, 1 multiplied by 2. Now the new number Ca1, Cl2, H2, S1O4. So where I will make this change here, I have hydrogen and chlorine together here, so I will write 2HCl. Now just see how many hydrogen, 2, how many chlorine, 2. Just compare, your equation is balanced. Now let us solve the exercise given in page number 46, question number 7a. See what is given, H2S2O7, this is known as disulfuric acid. Reacting with water, you got sulfuric acid and we have to balance the equation. Same thing I am going to follow here. First write all the symbols together, hydrogen, then I have sulfur and then oxygen. Hydrogen is here, oxygen is here. Okay. Now come to the product, HSO. Write down the numbers. Hydrogen 2 plus 2. How many hydrogen? 4. Sulfur 2. Oxygen 7 plus 1, 8. Okay. Now come to the product. Hydrogen 2, sulfur 1, oxygen 4. Now I have to balance here. See, 2 and 4, 1 and 2, 4 and 8. So there is some common factor here. As soon as you saw the number, you will find a common factor here. Okay, that common factor is multiplication by 2. If suppose I will multiply 2 2s are 4. Multiply by 2, I will get 2. Multiply by 2, I will get 8. Okay, so where I will make the correction? I will make the correction here. I will write 2. Everything is multiplied by 2, so I will write 2 over here. Okay, so just see the number, hydrogen 4, sulfur 2, oxygen 4 2s are 8. So our equation is balanced. Can you tell me which type of reaction is this? This is also a combination reaction. This is also a combination reaction. Now see the second question, 7b. Keep your textbook beside you so that it is easy for you to understand. Sulfur dioxide. Now I am not writing the gaseous, liquid and solid state. You have to write it. Okay. So sulfur dioxide plus hydrogen sulfide, it will give sulfur plus water. This is given in your textbook. Okay, now let us balance it. You can also balance along with me. Sulfur, how many sulfur you can find? First I'll write the symbol. Okay, sulfur is here, oxygen, hydrogen, same thing, sulfur, oxygen, hydrogen. Okay, how many sulfur? Sulfur is 1, 2, oxygen 2, hydrogen 2, sulfur 1, hydrogen 2, oxygen 1. Sulfur, first balance sulfur. Here I have 2 sulfur, here I have only 1. So what I will do, I will increase the number of sulfur in the product. So sulfur multiplied by 2, I got 2 sulfur. So where I will write that 2 sulfur? Here, 2 sulfur. Okay, I cannot write S2. Why? S2 will become a molecule and sulfur is not a diatomic molecule. Clear? So I will write 2 sulfur in this format. Next, oxygen is 2, oxygen is 1. So where I can increase the number of oxygen? Here. So to increase the number of oxygen, I have to write 2 oxygen here. Now oxygen is 2. See how many oxygen? Oxygen is 2. At the same time, when I tried to balance oxygen, hydrogen became unbalanced. Now hydrogen is 4 here. 2 2s are 4. Hydrogen is 4 and here hydrogen is 2. Here hydrogen is 2. So what I have to do? I have to balance hydrogen here. I have to balance hydrogen here. Now where is hydrogen present? Here. So 2 multiplied by dash is equal to 4. Here your answer is 2. So 2 2s are 4. Hydrogen and hydrogen is balanced. As soon as hydrogen and hydrogen is balanced, sulfur became unbalanced. Now come to sulfur. So in this way, one after the other, you have to go stepwise. Okay. Now sulfur is unbalanced. How many sulfur? Here 2 sulfur and here 1 sulfur. So I'll write all the numbers here. So how many sulfur I have? 3 sulfur. How many oxygen? 2 oxygen. How many hydrogen? 4 hydrogen. So again I am repeating, if you had that pencil, see this portion is not required. You can rub and rewrite. Okay. So now I have 3 sulfur, 2 oxygen and 4 hydrogen. Here I have only 2 sulfur. So what I have to do? Again I have to make changes in sulfur. 2 I have to make it 3. So sulfur multiplied by 3. So not 2, sulfur multiplied by 3. So you will get 3 sulfur. Forget this number 2 because it is not used for balancing. So you will find a new number. So here sulfur is multiplied by 3. So here S will become 3S. Okay. Then see for hydrogen, hydrogen is 4. Oxygen, oxygen is 2. 3 2 4, 3 2 4. Now your equation is balanced. So SO2 plus 2H2S, you got 3S plus 2H2O. Third one, 7C, Ag plus HCl, you will get AgCl plus H2. This is silver plus hydrochloride. What you will get? Silver chloride plus hydrogen. You have to balance. So write the symbol Ag, H and Cl. Ag, H and Cl. Now what you will write? You will write the number of atom. Ag is 1, hydrogen 1, chlorine 1. Here Ag 1, hydrogen is 2, chlorine is 1. Hydrogen is not balanced. Here hydrogen is 2, here hydrogen is 1. So I have to increase 1 hydrogen in the reactant. So 1 multiplied by 2. Where I will write this 2? I will write 2 over here. So automatically what changed? Chlorine also changed. So chlorine is 2 now. Now what is your new number? Silver is 1, hydrogen is 2, chlorine is 2. Silver and silver balance, hydrogen, hydrogen balance. What is remaining? Chlorine. So chlorine is 1 here, chlorine is 2 here. So what I have to do? I have to increase the number of chlorine. I have to increase the number of chlorine. So where is chlorine present? Here. I cannot write AgCl2 because that is not a molecule. So I will write 2AgCl. As soon as you wrote 2AgCl, what you found? Number of Ag changed. So I will write the new number here. Now see how many Ag? 2 silver, chlorine, 2 chlorine and 2 hydrogen. Here I had only 1 silver, right? So I have to make the changes again here. Here I have to increase silver. So silver multiplied by 2. Silver multiplied by 2, I will get 2 Ag. So here I will write 2 Ag. Now see 2 Ag, hydrogen 2, chlorine 2. Here silver 2, hydrogen 2, chlorine 2. Now your equation is balanced. The fourth one, 7th D, we have already done. So you solve it by yourself and see whether you can balance the equation. There are more reactions in your textbook. You can take any reaction from your textbook and practice, and we will solve some other reactions during our online class. Let us solve some of the questions given in your textbook. This is question number 6. Identify from the following reactions the reactant that undergo oxidation and reduction. So already I have explained 3 different steps to identify oxidation and reduction. So what is that? Loss of electrons, loss of electron, gain of electron. If loss of electron, you will say oxidation. If gain of electron, you will say reduction. Okay. Loss of electron means what? Increase in positive charge, and gain of electron means what? Increase in negative charge. So this was the first criteria. Second criteria, addition of oxygen, oxidation. removal of oxygen, reduction. Addition of hydrogen, reduction. Removal of hydrogen, oxidation. Okay, so these are the criteria that we have to follow. Now see first one, iron plus sulfur, you got iron sulfide. So Fe plus S. So what happens over here? Fe is losing electron. Why? Because Fe is a metal. Fe is a metal and it will lose electron. So when it will lose electron, the oxidation will take place in iron. Okay, sulfur is gaining electron, so reduction will take place in sulfur. Understood how to categorize over here? Oxidation of iron will take place and reduction of sulfur will take place. Now come to the second example, Ag2O. So in the silver oxide, reduction is taking place here. Only one reactant is given, and what is taking place over here? Reduction. Why? Because oxygen is removed. Oxygen is removed. So what you will write? Reduction is taking place in 2Ag2O. Clear? Third one, 2Mg plus O2. So here only one product we have, and what is taking place over here? Oxidation. Why? Because oxygen is added to magnesium. So you will write oxidation of magnesium is taking place. Here reduction of silver took place, here oxidation of magnesium took place. Now see the fourth one, NiO, that is nickel oxide plus hydrogen. You got nickel and water. So oxygen is removed from nickel. So what you will write? Reduction of Ni took place. Reduction of NiO took place over here, and oxygen is added in hydrogen, so oxidation of H2 took place. Reduction in NiO, that is nickel oxide, and oxidation of hydrogen. So to find answer for such questions, what three things you have to keep in mind? Immediately make two sections, oxidation and reduction. So here you will write loss of electron, so you will write plus, increase in positive charge, and here gain of electron, so you will indicate it minus sign, that is negative charge increase. Loss of electron, oxidation, gain of electron, reduction. Next one, addition of oxygen, oxidation. Addition of hydrogen, reduction. Then what you will write? Like this you will show. Removal of hydrogen, oxidation. Removal of oxygen, reduction. Removal of hydrogen, oxidation. Removal of oxygen, you will write reduction. So this you have to keep in mind. Okay. Next question is given, identify the endothermic and exothermic reaction. Endothermic means what? Heat is absorbed. Exothermic means what? Heat is given. So now it is very easy to solve. See first what is given, HCl plus NaOH. You got NaCl plus H2O plus heat. Heat is given. So if heat is given, what is this? This reaction is exothermic reaction. Heat is given. So exothermic reaction. Okay. Now next one is potassium chlorate, potassium chloride and oxygen. See here heat is given. So what type of reaction? This is endothermic. What potassium chlorate will do? It will absorb the heat and it will undergo decomposition. So this is endothermic reaction. Okay. CaO plus H2O, you got calcium hydroxide plus heat. Heat is given out. So this is your exothermic reaction. Fourth one, calcium carbonate, heat is given. Okay. Calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. So calcium carbonate has absorbed the heat. So what kind of reaction is this? This is your endothermic reaction. So this is your exothermic reaction, heat is given. Exothermic reaction, heat is given, and B and D is your endothermic reaction. Match the following. BaCl2, that is barium chloride, and zinc sulfate. These are the reactant. Just find the product. Where is the product? This is your product, barium sulfate and zinc chloride. What kind of reaction? See, instead of chlorine and sulfate, here you will find sulfate and chlorine. So they have interchanged their place. So if they have interchanged their place, what is the type of reaction? The type of reaction is double displacement reaction. Okay. Next one, silver chloride. The product is given, find the product. Yes, this is your product, silver plus chlorine. So reactant is 1 divided into 2 product. So what kind of reaction is this? This is your decomposition reaction. Copper sulfate plus iron. Just find where is here copper sulfate plus iron. This is given here. Iron, sulfate and copper. Here iron took copper's place. So your reaction is displacement reaction. Next one is H2O plus CO2. You got H2CO3. Two reactant combine to form one product. So here your reaction is combination reaction. H2CO3 is carbonic acid. H2CO3 is carbonic acid. Answer for question number 5 is given on page number 44. So you can copy it exactly as it is given. Okay. So the first point is iron is oxidized to Fe2 plus in the anode region. Now anode region means what? This is the positive region. Anode region means it is the positive region, and what happens over here? This iron loses electron. Iron will give electron. So when iron will give electron, iron will become positively charged. Iron will become positively charged. Second step, oxygen is reduced to form water in the cathode region. Now cathode region means what? Negative region. Okay. Here what is present? Oxygen is present. What is present here? Oxygen is present. Oxygen reacts with hydrogen to form water. Oxygen reacts with hydrogen to form water molecule. When ion migrates from the anode region, they react with water and further get oxidized to form iron 3 plus ion. You know, iron have variable valency, which we have studied in 9th standard. Okay. So again it get oxidized to form Fe3 plus ion. A reddish color hydrated oxide is formed from Fe3 plus ion, and it is called rust. And this rust is collected on the surface. And finally we will write the reaction. Iron plus water, you will get iron oxide. What is the formula for iron oxide? Rust, Fe2O3, H2O, and what is given out? Hydrogen is given out. So from point number 1 till aqueous, you will write answer for question number 5. That's all for today's lecture. Remaining reactions and equation we will cover during our online class. Thank you.